Oh, today is Sunday, January 18th, 2026. My name is Noah, and I'm here to keep myself accountable. Today, there's a couple things I want to talk about, maybe really quick, nothing super crazy long or, ridiculous here. But, um, okay, yeah. The disclaimer is that in this video, in this journal, I talk a lot more about something personal that's going on in my life and that has been going on in my life for a while. Um, it's a little TMI. Nothing super crazy, but just like definitely me venting about problems that are more personal and less like on journey based. If you're not interested or you don't really care too much about that stuff, don't watch today's. That's totally fine. But just saying now that I warn you, and I don't say any things that I'm saying because I'm here complaining and saying my life is terrible. I'm just saying that my scenario is very hard for me, and I know and I understand that there's a lot of people that have it way worse. I just, um, I'm just not in the best space right now. That's all. Today was good, generally speaking. Didn't sleep too well. I woke up pretty late, and then I streamed for like 2 hours, and then I took my girlfriend out for dinner because she deserves it, and it's been a while. And over the course of today, I realized a couple things that really bugged me, and I'm gonna try really hard not to get emotional today. Um, without becoming, without getting too personal or too intimate in this discussion or this what I want to talk about. Um, I live um, in a home that I moved into about 9 years ago with my parents and my younger sister. I moved out when I went to university, which was 4 years ago now, and I just came back here when I graduated um, last January, February, March, like April or May. Yeah, probably April, and um, I have hated every single minute of it. I think I've talked about this before, and I've hinted at things and whatever. Now, I gotta make it clear. It's not like I'm absolutely miserable, where it's like I can't live and I can't whatever. But I will make it clear that I can't breathe to some extent because of my house. And now you're like, what does that mean? Like, okay, well, one thing that I've noticed that has to do with my sleep and why it's been so terrible on top of me obviously choosing bad times to fall asleep is my environment, my allergies, my breathing conditions, and how that reflects my sleep. Now, I live in a house that was built a long time ago, and a lot of people do, but the problem that comes along with mine is that it's like a unique scenario where the some guy in like the 60s or something like this, I don't know, built my house, whatever. Like I don't know if he like custom built it or he whatever, but anyways, it's not like one of those copy and paste ones. But the point is that there's carpet absolutely everywhere, like 60-year-old carpet or like 50-year-old carpets, whatever it is, and it's all just been here. I'm sure we had like one deep clean when we moved in, like almost 10 years ago now. But to make a long story short, um, over the last um, month, maybe ever since my birthday, where I had that allergy incident, if you don't know, it was my birthday on the 20th of December, and I went to a friend's house, and I got super, super sick to the point where I was like depraved of air, like grabbing my throat. And since like me feeling like since that like coming down, I haven't like totally been able to come down, and my body like reacts a lot easier. At least still to this day, I don't know, nothing's changed. To the conditions in my house, not a single window opens in my house. I have one vent that goes to my room, and my whole house is covered in really old carpet, and we have a dog. So basically, what ends up happening is that I wake up every morning gasping for air ever since my birthday. Um, it's not fun. It's not nice, and it's not scary really. But Um, it really, really impacts quality of my sleep. Now, nobody has any effort or care or listens to the amount that this truly affects me. I'm buying an air purifier tomorrow, and hopefully that helps. But I can't renovate my room. Um, and again, my windows don't open. I can't. I'm not allowed to touch my room, and I'm not allowed to move out of the room that I'm currently in. And on top of this, I now no longer just live with the four people that I moved in with. My girlfriend currently lives with me, and my grandparents live with me, who are approaching their 90s with like pretty bad, um, I would say like dementia or Alzheimer's or whatever it is. They're not diagnosed, but they're really losing it. Um, so to wrap things up into one big circle, and among other things with my parents, is that I live in a house where really only my 50-year-old sister and my girlfriend really know me or care about me really deeply to the point where they even know what to get me for Christmas. Now, I'm not complaining about Christmas gifts, okay? You're gonna be, wow, that's, whatever. But it's the fact that nobody, I'll explain it this way. Every morning I wake up in this house in an environment where I feel sick and I have trouble breathing throughout the day, into talking to people who barely take any interest in getting to know me, and then being reminded on a regular basis that my grandparents are slowly forgetting me. And in their forgetting me, they're becoming extremely rude and unwelcoming. And they basically raised me when I was really young because my parents were working a lot. My dad was an entrepreneur, and my mom was in the corporate world. Um, or not corporate, I don't know. She had a full time. I don't even know what she did when I was a kid. I just assumed that. But so every time after school, I'd go hang out with my grandparents until like 9 p.m. And then my mom would pick me up and I'd go to bed. I'd see my parents for like 1 hour, 2 hours, Monday through Friday. Sometimes I wouldn't even see my dad for days straight, even though we slept in the same house. So I was raised by my grandparents. And now, yeah, to sum it up, I think everything just came crashing on me today, where I realized that I wake up, I have trouble breathing, I feel tired all the time. I then go to talk to the people that care about me, but not enough. It's a really weird distance. Like um something like it's all stupid things, right? But it's things that I feel like if you were to try and put yourself in my shoes, if it happened to you every day, almost all the time, it would really eventually start to degrade at you. Like um my parents don't even know what food I like or dislike, and that's not that crazy, right? But um I don't know, it's weird, no. Um I've had like a plethora of conversations with them about how like, oh, I don't really like shell seafood or whatever, like clams and mussels and this sort of stuff. I really don't like tomato rice. And then this is such a niche specific scenario, but it's something that happened today because it's the most recent example. It happens almost every day, but like, oh, we made lunch for everyone. It's like, all right, sick, thanks guys. Like, I really appreciate making lunch. Go down, and the lunch is like um bad because we let my grandmother make it, and we kind of have been. It's really weird. We've been eating meals that are very poorly made and possibly unsanitary at some points because we don't want my grandmother to have an episode because of how like mentally unwell she's becoming, and my my dad can't accept it. Um, and then on top of the meal, not being good, it's it's food that I really really hate. Like really, like I hate it. Like it's not like I'm a picky kid. Like I've tried it like 10 times. Like I don't like it. Like I think I puked the last time I tried. Like I can't eat it. It's not like it's objectively bad. It's just me, right? But then I then have to go into the kitchen by myself make my own food and hide it and then sit in like the bathroom and eat by myself so that I don't upset my grandparent, my grandmother. Um, anyways, um, I don't mean to ramble here or make something really deep. I just feel like this is my journal, and I really need to remind myself where I'm at sometimes. And I'm not saying that I'm being super, super negative, but like, disclaimer is that this video is a lot more personal and um, touchy than my normal ones, and I think that it's something that I needed to talk about um, because I really almost lost it tonight. I really did. Um, my grandmother goes around and like um, at her old age and like how she's losing it. She went up to my girlfriend today after dinner and asked and was telling my girlfriend that like she shouldn't be dating me because I'm a loser and I don't get out enough and I don't have any like friends that I see and that I'm stuck in the house all day and that she could do better. So there's a plethora of reasons why I really don't want to be here anymore and I'm really trying my hardest, but there's stuff in I don't know. I don't make enough money. I don't really know where I'd go. Um, but I'd love to leave as soon as possible. So that's really where my head's at, and I'm really trying my hardest to really push through because obviously there's people in way worse scenarios, right? Like there's people who are abused on the daily, there's people who don't have a family, there's people who, I try to always be very mindful and appreciative of what I do have, but it's become like it's like the whole dynamic shifted over the 4 years that I was gone and like adulting for university, and I'm sure I changed too, right? But yeah, ever since I came back, it's been very, very unbearable. It's not every day, but it's most days. Most days are pretty hard. So sorry. Um, if nobody really wanted to hear that, I warned you. Um, yeah, I don't have a lot to really go into about it. I guess I kind of already did though. Um, I think maybe that's part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I never really had like when I was especially like really young, like I never really had anyone to really talk to about any of this stuff, like my family or my parents or how I'm feeling, and a lot of past relationships have made it really hard to open up. And um, right now, my relationship is fantastic, um, but it's still really hard to talk about it. And like I say that I don't feel well, and I say that um, like hey, like I woke up like coughing up a lung this morning, and it's really hard for me to breathe. And I think it's partially because of the past damage that I've done to my lungs, right? From, vaping for years. But I've quit and now like my lungs really feel stuff more sensitively than I think they would normally. And I don't know. I don't know. And there's proof. My proof is I thought I had like I said this, I thought I was sick, but then I went away for a work trip and it was only for like 48 hours. Almost 48 hours I was breathing amazingly. And the second I got back to my house and slept for one night, I woke up terrible again. Um so yeah, that's just where I'm at. Um Yeah, I paused a lot throughout this video, but I'm probably gonna put a disclaimer at the beginning. You've probably already seen it. So yeah, I want to remind everyone that it is a privilege as always to be here. Um, Although things that like I talked about today might be hard, and I'm sure people can relate on some things, or at least have other scenarios in their lives right now that are hard or harder, or different scenarios that, whatever you're going through, I understand, I level with you, and I can appreciate your struggle. Just know that like uh, we'll be good. We'll be good. Like I'm gonna find a way out of this house in like a positive way. I'm not gonna run away, but I gotta get out of here one way or another. So yeah, it's a privilege as always. Thanks.